Kitkats can read.
Hey guys, my name is Katie. Welcome to another video. Today is going to be my long-awaited World of Kitkats TBR game, which I know you guys love and enjoy and wait for, to be honest. So, if you guys don't know, World of Kitkats is a board game that I created that consists of colour cats, and each colour cat responds to a TBR game. So when the counter lands on it, that's the TBR game that we play, and it can either choose a book for us or give us a prompt to choose a book. So it kind of like is a bit of fun with choosing books. I really like playing it and it's a load of fun, and I get to choose and have different books thrown at me. So without further ado, let's get started with choosing the games that are going to go towards the colour cats. Hello and welcome to the February World of Kitkats TBR game. First of all, we are going to be choosing the many TBR games that are going to go towards the colour cats. I'm sorry if I sound very ill. I'm currently going through an awful cold and flu at the moment, so please just bear with me. So we're going to choose the red cat first. So let's see what comes out. Tarot TBR. That is what's going on the red cat. Pink cat is spin the bottle. Spin the TBR for pink cat. Play your TBR right is the blue cat on there. TBR roulette is for the purple cat. Reread jar is for the yellow cat. Monthly TBR pot is for the green cat. Wheel of TBR, the Wheel of Fortune, is going to be orange cat. Beer pong TBR is the black cat. Fruity TBR machine is the grey cat. Series 2 continue jar is for the cream cat. So we have completed page 1 of all of our mini games. We have one more cat to choose, and that is the rainbow cat. So final one. TBR jar. TBR jar is the rainbow cat. Now this can be like from any of the TBR jars that I've got around the flat, so there we go. So with all of the TBR games chosen for the colour cats for the month of February, let's play the board game. Hello and welcome to the World of Kitkats TBR game board. As always, our counter starts off with the board, with the red being number 1. We've got our 2 dice in here, and I'll just quickly kind of go over like some rules in that. So I don't allow myself to land on more than twice. So let's say I landed on a pink cat twice, I will roll again until I get a different colour cat. That way I give it a fair choice of all like the TBR games. So having said that, I always have a minimum of 5 rolls, and if I do roll a double on the dice, it does mean I add a roll to the actual total of rolls, up to a maximum of 12. So with that being said, let's start with roll number 1 for February World of Kitkats. Okay, a 6 and a 5, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got a cream cat as our first cat for February. This goes onto our little board so we can keep tallies of what cats we get. Okay guys, cream cat, series 2 continue jar as our first roll. we got a lot of series that I'm in the middle of, as you can see. So I'm going to choose one from the jar of a book that I'm going to continue, hopefully in the month of February. I'm going with this yellow one, so let's see what this one is. Extraction by Stephanie Diaz. Okay, our first roll brought us to a cream cat, and if you guys remember, the cream cat went towards the series to continue jar, and the series that you would have seen come out is the Extraction series by Stephanie Diaz. Now this does mean that I need to start with the first book because I don't really remember like too much of like the plot, and in order to go on to the sequel I kind of need to be refreshed, so I would need to put that. I thought I had the finished copy that I purchased a few years ago because I originally read this as an ebook. I think I had it for review, I want to say, and I thought I purchased the physical copy, and I don't know what I did with it, whether I ended up somehow unhauling it or I've lost it in transit when moving, but I cannot for the life of me find it at all. So it could turn up somewhere at some point, but luckily I've managed to get my hands on the ebook copy of it from Amazon. It wasn't really expensive at all. I think it was like £1.60 something, so I've managed to get the ebook of it anyway, so I can just read it at any point, and then somehow if I do find the hard copy then I can read from that. But yeah, I remember really enjoying this the first time around, and hence why I actually bought the physical copy, because I was like, you know what, this is something that I would read and enjoy. So I do remember that about it, but I don't really remember like what happened, like unless I read it and then it might all come back to me as like a flash. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, so hopefully this is one that I can get around to reading in the month of February. Okay, roll number 2. We got a 4 and a 3, so it's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Orange cat is going to be our second TBR game. Going on to the little board, like so, as numero 2. Okay guys, the wheel of TBR is here. Just got to give it a spin and it will go on to a subject. So here we go, and we've got adult is what it's landed on there. So roll number 2 brought us to an orange cat, and as you guys would have seen with the game, wheel of TBR with the adult book prompt. So this has led me to be quite adventurous and have a vast amount of books I could put towards this. In the end, I have gone towards my library book of The Sandman Book 1 by Neil Gaiman. So this is the graphic novel. It's huge, but I've watched The Sandman on Netflix and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, these are all like really quirky, colourful graphic novels, so this will be like a quick read, but I'm also putting this because I got it from the library as well and it does need to be read, and you know, it just adds that sort of like different level of book to put on, and February's a busy month, so I just thought this would be great. And yeah, I'm looking forward to diving into it. I know with the TV show it's just very like weird but kind of like cool at the same time, so I'm really hoping that this is going to be the same. So yeah, fingers crossed with this. Roll number 3. We have a 6 and a 3, that's 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have got a purple cat. Purple cat is our third TBR game, going onto our little board here as number 3. TBR roulette time, TBR roulette time with nutmeg. So we're gonna spin this, drop the ball, we'll see which one comes out, we'll find out which prompt it falls into. So let's go. We've landed on 33 black right here. So now we're going to go around and find 33 black. 33 Black is here. Let's find out the prompt. 33 Black is Illumicrate card choose. So that's the Illumicrate TBR cards. Interesting. These are the Illumicrate TBR prompt cards. So we will be shuffling those and choosing a card. So it's like a game in a game. It's quite interesting. Okay. And then, should we get Nutmeg to choose one? Maybe? Alright, let's tilt it up so you can see Nutmeg a bit. Which card? Which side of the pack, Nutmeg? Which side of the pack? Gonna help us? Wait. Which one? Which one? You keep looking at the middle. Keep looking at this purple one. So let's go with this one. Okay, this one is an anthology or a collection of short stories. So this could be also one of those books like the Bone Chronicles, so I could put that one forwards again. Roll number 3 brought us to a purple cat, and as you guys would have seen, the TBR roulette. This is a really fun one actually, and you guys would have seen the prompt that came out was to choose an Illumicrate TBR card. So it's kind of like in the TBR game, it chose a mini TBR game, which led us towards the prompt of anthology or short story collection. So luckily I had this from the library, and this is A Taste of Darkness, and it's got all these authors in it, including our lovely very own Amy McCaw, but we've got loads of authors that are on here, and yeah, 13 shilling stories to savour. So yeah, I got this from the library, and then when this prompt came up I was just like, now with anthologies it's always been a kind of like, you know, hit and miss, like I either like it or I don't. So I mean, we'll see with this one, but this one adds a nice little kind of like different genre to February, which is what I need. I don't just want like fluffy contemporaries. I want to add a bit of like difference to it. I want some fantasies, like I want some thrillers, I want like a bit of spookiness going on. So having this one would be great. So, and I'm also getting another library book read, and it was one of my goals for 2025 to use my library more, and that is what I'm doing. So I'm not buying books so much, I am utilising the local library. Roll number 4. Oh, it's our first double of the game, which means 6 prompts, so 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yellow cat. Yellow cat is TBR game number 4 out of 6. So next door we're going for a reread jar. I've gone for my standalones I want to reread because I've got either series or standalones. So I've gone for standalones because February's a shorter month, it's also my birthday month, and I've got a lot going on with like shows and that. So standalones are nice and easy to get through, and I don't have as many standalones to reread as I do with series. So let's see what we get. Okay, Fate has chosen this one, and that is Crush by Eve Ainsworth. So this is actually a short standalone book. Roll number 4 led us to a yellow cat. Yellow cat is the reread jar. This is always great because I like to choose my rereads. Now I have 2 jars. I have like the standalones, I have the series that I'd like to reread as well, and this time because it's February I decided to go along with the standalone, and as you guys would have seen, the book that came out was Crush by Eve Ainsworth. So of course I've read this before, but when it first came out, and I actually met the lovely Eve as well, and she signed and quoted it as well. So yeah, this was a long time ago, like almost 10 years ago now, which is crazy to think about. But I remember really enjoying this book when I first read it, and yeah, if I remember, it just kind of like is meant to show what having a crush on someone can actually do to you. So it was a very interesting book, and this is a nice short one as well. So you know, for the month of February, although it's the month of love, you know, it has the kind of like the darker side of romance. So looking forward to this one, and yeah, looking forward to the reread. Roll number 5 of 6. 4 and a 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grey Cat. Grey Cat is TBR game number 5, going onto our colour cat board. Okay guys, 3-2 TBR machine. I'm tilting it because it ends up being like the first fruity ball that falls in the hole is the one that we get. So we're giving it a good shakeroo. We put our coin into the machine and then we twist. And then the fruit that we've got is a watermelon. And if we turn around to the back, melon is a book that you put down. As we already know, roll number 5 isn't our last roll. We have got an extra one, but for this one we ended up with the Grey Cat, which is the fruity TBR machine, which gives us the little ball of fruit. And for this one we got the watermelon, and for the melon it's a book that you've put down. So this helps me to read like my currently reading pile, like if I've got a book that I've put down for something. Luckily I'm a lot better at that these days, but I do still have some that I put down from last year. So for this one I have gone with Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Like, I literally only read a couple of chapters of this and I still kind of remember everything, and this is just such a loved book and I just really wanted to get back into it, and I just never got the chance to. I really need to, and so I just thought I'm going to do it. I'm going to put this on February. I just hear such great things about it, especially with the romance. Yeah, so with February, it's the perfect month. Now, will this be our 6th and final roll? Let's see. It is. So it's another 9, 6 and a 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whee! 6, 7, 8, 9. Our second and final purple cat going onto the board for our 6th and final TBR game for the month of February. So there you go. Cream cat, orange cat, purple cat, yellow cat, grey cat and purple cat. Lucky us, TBR roulette has come on again. So let's see what we get this time. It's fallen on black 20, so let's find out black 20. Black 20 is here, and this is the prompt. Okay, nice and easy. Black 20 is a paperback. So roll number 6 isn't a double, so it literally is the last TBR game. So as you guys were seeing, purple cat, TBR roulette again, and we had a nice prompt that came out, which is paperback, which leads us to choose quite a lot of options for this one. I have gone for a library book, but I have realised that it is a sequel. Luckily it is short and the other one's short as well. So the library book that I've got is Filippo Me and the Cherry Tree by Paola Peretti, translated by Denise Muir. So I got this one. It's a very short one. However, the first book is actually The Distance Between Me and it's called The Distance Between Me and the Cherry Tree, which I can get from my borrow box, and I can actually listen to it as an audiobook. So this I'll have read in February anyway, because it will be my next audiobook. So that's great, because I've literally only got, in the time of this video, I've got about 4 hours left of my other audiobook, which I'll mention later on in the video. and then I'll be listening to that one to go on to this one. So yeah, it's all sorted. So that's the paperback choice that's going to go with that one. And I've also got a nice audiobook, and I'm using the library's audiobook system as well. So yeah, happy days. So book club wise, we are next going to be reading A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So for the month of the January's live show was for the previous book in the other series for this, and so February's book is Take a Hint, Danny Brown, which the live show for that March. So I'm thinking that March's book is gonna be A Shadow in the Ember, but I kind of want to get started because one, I'm up to date with Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and this is a chonker, so I want to start some in Feb, and like even if I read half or something, and then I got the other half for March. So yeah, this one is the first book in the Flesh and Fire series, and this is the next book in line. So I've got it that you read the first 3 in the Blood and Ash series. So from Blood and Ash, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, The Crown of Gilded Bones. Then you go on to this one, and then I think you return back again. It's kind of like publication order kind of thing. So we shall see. But apparently if you read it in the publication order, like, things make sense as well. So yeah, we'll see how we go with this one. So let's give this one a go. TBR Tombola time. I've got a lot, as you know. So I'll give it a spin one way. We'll give it a spin the other way, and then we will choose a book. I'm going to go here, grab this one from the middle here. Okay, this book is Out of Breath, and that is in the review box. As you guys would have seen with the TBR Tombola, I always choose the Tombola like every month if it doesn't come out, because it's like choosing a random book that's from my actual collection. However, sometimes I'm a bit unlucky because when they're in the storage, some of them are right at the back of the garage, and when I went into there yesterday, I literally shat myself because I haven't been in there in a while, and there's a lot of spiders at the back of the garage, and including lovely white fluffy spiders where they've just died. And it's just like, oh, I literally at one point, and I shouldn't have done it really, but I turned and looked above me, and there was one right above my head, and I was like, oh! And it made myself jump so much I let out a little shriek, and it wasn't like a loud shriek, it was just kind of like a ah. And then like all the hairs stood up on me, and I was just like, I need to get out of here now. So I did dispose of the carcass. It went into nature. What are you doing? You're taunting him, so he taunts you back. So the book that came out of the Tombola would have been Out of Breath, but the first book that is in that series anyway is A Reason to Breathe, and A Reason to Breathe is in the box that's right at the bottom at the back of the garage. And I was just like, no fucking way am I going in there. At some point I do need to resort the boxes again as well, because there's loads of gaps and stuff again where I've been putting out books, whether it's like for book conventions, book signings, or like to read for TBRs and that. So there are gaps, and yeah, I've just got many pictures, so it needs to be like organised again, where I've only got like a certain amount of boxes, and it's like picture of one, so on and so forth. So it is something that needs to be done, but I normally tend to wait for the summer months to do that, where it's a lot lighter. So when I come home from work and I've got like the time of day to do it, I can spend a good hour or so in there like sorting it. So, you know, that would be like a summer plan thing, or at least when it starts to get a lot lighter. But those are the best times because of, you know, how late we have daylight until. So I just went with a different review book, like an ex review book, because I've got some that have been like archived. I didn't get around to reading in time, so I just went with like the next kind of like best one that was jumping out at me. And like this one was a few years ago actually, so 2019 this one. So this is No Big Deal by Bethany Rutter, and this is a kind of like plus size wrap with it. That's kind of like a funny and warm inspirational book, and you know, body positivity and all of that. So I was like, you know what, I'm in the mood for this sort of book. So yeah, it's annoying I didn't get around to reading it, and yeah, like annoyingly when I do put it to be like archived where I will read it, like I do read them at some point, and then yeah, I just feel guilty, and I wish sometimes I just had all the time in the world, but I know that things happen, I know people get busy, and I know time just flies sometimes, and we get distracted and things happen and life happens, and yeah, like way too many excuses. But anyway, so this is a past review book that I had, and I will give it a read because I am super looking forward to, yeah, it just sounds like really like my sort of book, like plus wrap, funny, positive, body positive. It's the sort of thing I need in a minute, like where I'm not feeling very kind of like secure at the minute. I'm quite insecure, so this is the sort of book that I need for the month of February. So that's the one I went with. Okay, grab machine time for the top 12 book. I've read one so far, so doing good. Let's see which one for February. Perfect. Hooray! Alright, we've got one. It's a red one. What is the book for February? It's Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Ooh, interesting. And then with the grab machine of the top 12 books, now I was really good and I'd read the one that came out for January, and so we're off to a good start. Maybe this could be, I don't want to say it, but touch wood, maybe this could be the year where I actually stick to this thing. But the one that's come out for February is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Now I hear good things about this one, but I don't actually know too much what this is about. But you know, it's a different genre of book for February, and yeah, we shall see with this one. So I'm hoping I'm going to really enjoy it. It's very described as like romantic and like gothic as well. So yeah, we shall see with this one. But I know there's a few books that are out in this series, and it's a Fairy book that I've had on my shelf for, let's be honest, far too long. So hopefully this could be another one that I can get read in the month of February. But my reading is going really well so far. I've been listening to loads of audiobooks on my commutes because I've been going to and from rehearsals, to and from work, and I've really been in the audiobook mood. So yeah, super looking forward to seeing what this one's about. And you know, when I want a sort of like dip away from contemporary, this will be a great one to go with. Finally, I'm going to end this TBR video mentioning the books I'm currently listening / reading. So the audiobook that I am listening to is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This was on my January TBR, but I started listening to it in the beginning of February. But I am already like heading my way to 3/4 through the book, like here. I'm actually really enjoying this one. It's like a fake dating YA contemporary that is kind of like based around like the chick lit movies, and like the main female character Liz, like she just wants to have that kind of like rom-com romance, and so she fake dates like the guy next door, just to get like an old childhood romance interested. So I don't know, it's just like, but yeah, I'm really enjoying listening to it, and yeah, I'm really understanding why lots of people like enjoy this book. It's very easy to listen to, and I really like the writing style as well. The narrator's really good for the audiobook, so if you guys haven't yet, the audiobook is on Everand as well, so that's where I'm listening to it from. So yeah, that's the audiobook. And then I have literally just started reading Red Flags by Sophie Jo, which is released this month, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm liking Sophie's writing style so far and enjoying what I'm reading so far. So I'm only on chapter 2, but I'm very intrigued by the book all the same. So yeah, like I'm just really enjoying this kind of like fake dating or like angsty romance books at the minute. So yeah, I'm just all for it, but I've always been a contemporary person. I've always enjoyed my romances, and this is a perfect month for it. And you know, when you're just feeling really crap about your life, these are the sort of books that end up like picking you up, you know. So I don't know like how, but they just do. So yeah, I'm physically reading that one. So that's the audiobook and that's the book that I'm physically reading. Like I have mentioned previously, I've been very, very good with like, you know, I'm not putting any books down to pick something else up. I've just been like reading what I'm reading, and you know, if I'm not in the mood to read, or if I'm too tired to read, then I just won't read. And I think I'm finding that it's just helping. Like I'll just go and do something else. But when I have that burning desire to pick up a book, then I'm just going for it. So I'm finding that that routine is kind of like working for me at the minute. And yeah, I do enjoy sitting down and burying my head into a good book. But sometimes in the evening I'm just too tired or too ill. I've literally just like pretty much at the end of this horrible cold flu thing that I've got. So, you know, sometimes things just get too much. I'm very busy doing a couple of my shows as well. So yeah, very fatigued and tired. So it just, you know, it all swings round and roundabouts. But at the end of it, I'm being very good. I've been very good with my book buying and my spendings, like just being mindful of like my funds and everything. And you know, I'm utilising my library more, I'm listening to the audiobooks more. I'm not like purchasing the audiobooks. I stopped my Audible account because, you know, I wasn't like listening to as many of the ones in my library that I had of my like Audible library and things like that. So yeah, it's just about, you know, catching up on things. And you know, I've put myself on a book buying ban, like not a like complete one, but like a diet. You know, I'm doing the 5-to-1, so that, you know, when I've read 5 of my own physical books that aren't rereads, you know, they can be the physical review books as well, because it's the physical ones I haven't read, not ebooks, not e-review books. Has to be the physical books that are on my actual TBR, that aren't like library books. Has to be my own. They will tick off, and then I allow myself to get a book. Ebooks don't count for like if I really, really want to get a book. So if there's a book on sale for 99p on the Kindle that I really want to get, it's fine, because it's not a physical book. I'm putting myself on a ban because of the amount of physical books I've got. And when it's a 99p, it's a bargain as well. So I got one either this morning or yesterday actually. It was 99p on the sale, and I was very, very tempted to get another one on the as a 99p, but I was like, oh, but I do want the physical of this one, and that's that Baby Dragon Cafe. It's the next book that I want to get. It's that or the favourites that I've seen in the supermarket. Oh yeah, I'm very, very close to getting my next purchase, so very, very close. But yeah, if I get some more of these books read, then great, I am on my way to getting both of those books. So yeah, so that's the end of my February TBR game, World of Kitkats, and all the books that I am going to be reading. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video all the same, and if there's any of these books that I've mentioned in today's video that you've read and you really enjoyed, then please do let me know down below in the comments. Also let me know what books you guys have got on your TBR as well. Are there any books that you'd like to buddy read with myself, because I always enjoy a good buddy read. But all in all guys, that's it from me. All of my social media links as always are linked down below in the description if you would like to follow me elsewhere. Got the Twitter, the Instagram, the Goodreads, my gaming channels are on there too. But yeah, you'll find it literally in the description below. But that's it from me guys, so keep smiling, keep reading, and most importantly be happy and stay safe. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye.